Hey friends, so I'm gonna need y'all to help me out. Y'all seem to think that us Christians, we always get it right, and we don't. We go to church because church is the hospital, and we still need healing. So I'm working on some things. Okay, there's a part of me that is still pretty much petty Betty, and I am struggling. Okay, but it's story time, and I just want to share this because this is a personal note that I need for you all to pay attention to. Be careful how you treat people. Okay. And this last year, 2025 into this year, it has come full circle how important it is to build healthy relationships and to maintain those healthy relationships because you never know when these relationships might come back around and you might need them, or you might be attempting to do something else and the person that you were once connected to is connected to the person that you're trying to be connected with, right? So let me tell you a story. I can be really petty, but I'm involved in something and I'm not going to say. And I noticed that someone, from the past that I tried to connect with, we were trying to do some collaboration, some business with or whatever. They actually wanted me to collaborate with them for free. And didn't want to offer any honorariums or anything like that, but wanted me to come and work with them 2 times. And we were going to do it, but the only conflict was that I was going to have to take off of work because of the time of day that the events were. And it just was a conflict. But I later on, apologized for that, told them that, we weren't going to be able to complete that task and collaborate. However, we'd be willing to do something in the near future. Also asked if, because I saw, what they were doing, if we could have, a conversation so that they could let me know, some ins and outs, in some ways that I could, get ahead a little bit and try to figure out some sponsorships and things of that sort. Build some more relationships. I'm just going to say that. So build some more relationships because they had seemed to have a lot of good relationships, right? So when I finally got to meet with this person via telephone, they just let me know that, they've been doing this for a while and, it's pretty much been them just doing what they needed to do to get what they needed to get. And that I'm going to just have to figure it out myself. But yet they were on their way to a meeting and a call with someone who had connections for them. And they were going to pick their brain and, work on collaborating with them. But that's what I was trying to do with that person, like kind of pick their brain. But they let me know that they weren't going to allow me to pick their brain, but they were going to get off the call with me and meet up with someone whom had some information for them and they were going to pick their brain and hopefully get some information. So I just made a mental note, right? So like I said, I'm a part of something. And looked and I said, oh my gosh, that person is a part of this something that I'm a part of. I think it was a way for me to kind of check myself to make sure that, I would behave nicely when I saw the person in person. So I just let them know that, I noticed that, we're, a part of the same thing in a way. And that this is my role in this thing. And I'll see you soon. And this was through a text message. Don't you know, this person called me right away and was like, oh, I got your text message. And I just want to let you know that in the past, I didn't mean anything by that. I seen that you said that you da-da-da-da-da. And, congratulations on that and blah, blah, blah. Well, the fact that you called me so fast seems to me that you feel a little guilty. They're like, what you're trying to say to me right now doesn't appear to be true. So I took it for what it was. And I said, oh, it was no problem, no hard feelings. And no, at the time I wasn't taking it as that you were trying to be funny or whatever. But, it is what it is. You said what you said. Like, I had to figure it out. And since, I met with you, I've been figuring it out. And I'm sorry. But the person was like, yeah, congratulations on that. Da-da. Thank you. I'm going to continue to figure it out. Yeah. And I'm going to be okay. But what I realized, though, was so important is that relationships that I established in 2006, the early 2000s, 2010, 2016, so now it's 2026, they're coming back full circle. And if I hadn't behaved nicely, if I hadn't been the Christian woman that I am, and, put a little calm on my petty Betty, the doors that open, once they open, and then if they did a little bit of receipt collecting on me, if I wasn't behaving nicely, they would have closed the door. But because I have a good reputation, um, I'm a great citizen. When I was joking about this with my husband the other day, he said the only award that he won in school was perfect attendance because his mom never allowed him to miss any days of school. I said I was an honor roll student. I always made more B's than A's, I think. But on average, you can guarantee each year I will win the Good Citizenship Award. Because I always just try to be a good person. My heart is just pure, and I just try to be a good person. I've always, always, no hate, no shade, always looked out for the next person. Always, was of service and always wanted to make sure the other person was good. And never, if I had a door and you was a sister of mine, I'm going to allow you to walk through the door with me, alongside of me, because, you walking with me is us walking for every other woman. You know what I'm saying? But I noticed, in these same situations, when these opportunities are presented to some of the people that I, open the doors for, and they know what I do, and I could be put into these same rooms, they don't reach back. But it's okay. But again, that doesn't change who I am as a person deep down. I'm going to continue to still be that person that's 1000% real, 1000% for the people, and I'm going to help the people. And my character is always going to be the same. You're not going to hear this negativity about me or whatever. It's going to be the same. And I'm glad that it is because, like I said, things are coming back full circle, and these people that I'm going to see, it's going to be like, oh my gosh, but she was still always a thorough person. So it's no bad report. And I pray that this continues. I'm always going to put forth that effort. My gosh, y'all, this glam light bubblegum. But anywho, I just had to come on here and just give a transparent moment. I'm trying to do a little bit better with these talking head videos. So I just thought that was an interesting story. And please pray for me with my petty bettiness. I'm trying really, 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 really hard not to be petty Betty. All right, love y'all.